signs, keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I could help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
Yes, I know it's Thursday. Just a few more hours of this midnight and it'll be Friday. But don't you worry about it. The weekend is coming. And yes, indeed, you are listening to Butch On Sports. Simply Butch is here. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Yes, indeed, you have a Thursday for me. A lot of good stuff is happening. A lot of bad stuff. We'll talk about that and ponder on it a bit here as we give you this podcast. Again, thanks for tuning in. Let's start off first and foremost for our big show here on the Detroit Tigers here. Yes, let's start off on them. Matthew Boyd was the pitcher today for the Detroit Tigers, and he pitched 6 scoreless innings. Hooray for him. However, Detroit won the game. Yes, Ronny Rodriguez hit his first career home run, and Mike Maltese hit a home run as well. And with a cast of 26 or more, the Detroit Tigers beat up on the Chicago White Sox, not the Cubs, the White Sox by a final score of 7-2, a afternoon extravaganza that was very fitting for the crowd who showed up at Comerica Park, which this weekend is supposed to be Alan Trammell weekend. We'll get to that particular portion in a moment here. Yes, Detroit won a game today here. And this was before the game. Was told that the Tigers had a closed meeting with manager Ron Gardenheimer talking about their perseverance through the rest of the season, which is about 5 more weeks in a couple of days. And then they had a clubhouse meeting where none of the management was in there to emphasize that fact as well. Well, must have worked out a little bit today. We'll see how it works out the rest of the season for the Tigers, who hopefully don't lose 100 games this year. They've already lost 75. There's a good chance they can break 100. But we don't want that there. Michael Fulmer, remember him? He hasn't pitched since July the 14th. It's been a month and some days now here. Michael Fulmer is right now penciled in to be the starter for Friday's game. His first appearance, I should say, since that night on July 14th. He's returning back from a left oblique strain. Ronaldo Lopez will take the mound for the White Sox on Friday night's game here. Of course, to make room for Michael Fulmer, Zach Renegi was sent back to Toledo AAA after Thursday's game. So you got the goodies on that one here. You got the goodies indeed. Detroit Lions also announced some news today. They announced that they have acquired linebacker Elias Harrell via trade with the San Francisco 49ers for future undisclosed draft pick, which is the seventh round draft pick, we understand, that San Francisco will receive from the Detroit Lions. In addition, they waived or got rid of defensive lineman JoJo Wickert. JoJo will be looking for another job with some other organization, unless the Detroit Lions, he passed waivers, and Detroit Lions will pick him up for some other duly task, maybe the practice squad, as I call it, the taxi squad. Of course, the Lions will be playing tomorrow in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers for their third game of the preseason, or as it's called in the NFL, dress rehearsal. Because we know the fourth game, hardly none of the starters will play, and there'll be everybody but to clear the rosters and get them down to 50-something men and a partridge in a pear tree. I'm just letting you know what's going on. Now, let me clear my throat here. Excuse me, boys and girls, but I do that, because I have a lot to clear my throat on. Here's some of the news today that was breaking news for a lot of people. Former Michigan State gymnastic coach Cassie Klieger is a person of interest, and she faces criminal charges after the aftermath of disgraced team doctor Larry Nassar widespread sexual abuse of countless athletes. Cagle was charged with lying to the police during the investigation into the university's handling of the sex abuse complaint against Nassar. A charge to carry up to 4 years in prison, and according to Associated Press, this is what the information they gave. Cagle has previously denied that she was informed of Nassar's sexual abuse as early as 1997 by the former Spartans youth gymnastic participant Larissa Boyce. That means this lady has lied down to the hilt, and she's going to pay a humongous amount of time if she's prosecuted. Put it that way. A lot of football talk. A lot of football talk today. I'll just get into one of the particulars. We haven't heard anything in regards to the Maryland situation. And that'll probably be upcoming in the coming days or no later than next week. That's my guesstimate here. But last night, and it's been all day, this has been talked about. Let's start off with the morning of August the 1st, when the news broke that Urban Meyer had lied about knowing about the 2015 domestic abuse alleging against former Ohio State assistant coach Zach Smith. On Wednesday night, which is last night, Ohio State held a news conference to announce that the suspension of Myers is only 3 games, and athletic director Gene Smith gets 2 weeks without pay for improperly handling the Smith case. Improperly handling it. Now, the problem I don't have with this investigation, per se, because it's perfectly obvious that the head coach, Urban Meyer, knew more about what he was talking about on August the 1st. And he just blatantly lied to the media and then some. The problem with this particular is that who did it hurt? Urban Meyer, or did it hurt the Ohio State University, who tried to cover up the tracks of this malicious trail of crap that's been thrown out here about one gentleman, which is Zach Smith, which they knew, or Urban Meyer knew, that had been sexually abusing his wife for quite some time and continue to do so. Has been proven. I don't know what's going to go on later on in life with the Smith family, per se. But I know one thing and one thing for sure. It's not going to be pretty. And the decision that Ohio State gave in this particular seemed like a slap in the wrist. But more so than the slap in the wrist, it seemed like that Urban Meyer, during the press conference last night, got a pre-written script by someone other than himself. Or maybe he wrote it, I don't know. But if he wrote it, it wasn't in good taste. It didn't show remorse of the particular. And it showed that as long as you're my buddy, we can ship things under the carpet and tack it down. But this time it got untacked, courtesy of Mrs. Smith, Zach's wife. And it's got a whole lot of people just messed up. Reasonably so. This is not good. The University of Maryland, which I can, I commend the president of that university who takes full responsibility for the actions that went down and didn't shove things under the carpet. So it's just a matter of satisfying, or trying to satisfy, I should say, the parents of that young man who died. You can't bring him back, but we'll see what happens during the legal expertise of that and how they will treat the coach and also the trainer for that particular. This case, it just seems like as long as you win, everything is going to be cool. Urban Meyer, again, to me, didn't show any remorse at all. 3 games, he'll make that money up. If he goes to a bowl game or anything else, he's not going to lose it. And it gives us bad stain for football altogether. And I'm not talking about only college football, but also professional football in general as well. I don't normally look at the tabloid news or the news or shows like Get Up or whatever it may be, because many of those particular shows are based on the opinions of the accusations that have been dealt with. But I had to pay attention to Michelle Beadle's comment today on that particular show, which I must have been turning over maybe from a good restful sleep. But what she said really got to my ears. And this is a quote. There's no reason why this will be the second season I don't watch the NFL, and I don't spend my time on Saturday watching college football either. I believe that the sport of football has set itself up to be in a position where it shows itself in a bigger picture, to not really care about women. They don't really care about people of color. But I won't get into that for the NFL either. But as a woman, I feel like a person who has been marginalized. Now, that word marginalized can mean many things: disregarded, sidelined, kicked in the rear. You can take it for what it's worth. Every single one of these stories that's come out every single time pushes me further and further away. I realize they don't care, but for me, it opens up my weekend. I appreciate you for what? Giving that to me. I don't care anymore. I have lost my ability to be surprised. That was Michelle Beadle. And with the certain incidences going on in the NFL football, and also in college football, it does deaden a taste in the mouth of minorities and women alike. Because they don't seem to get any equal equation of the happiness that sometimes the sport does bring a whole heck of a lot of people. Not because it's not a good sport, but because how the internal and the upper echelons of administration, including that's both college and professional, has dealt with this particular situation because they make a lot of money. And it's distasteful to many, that's including myself, who got to deal with this all the time. Seems like when you take one step forward, do some good, you take 10 steps back to look stupid. And it's very bad. It's very bad indeed. I don't know how to say it anymore. I just hope and pray that it doesn't drop down to the high schools and the junior leaguers and the peewee players who partake in football, which I am very thankful that every day there are improvements made in the game to stop some of the shenanigans that has happened in the past in those particulars. And some of those particulars have been illegal transfers, lying to play with a particular coach, which the state of Michigan has somewhat taken very seriously this year when it comes down to that particular ordeal. So other teams or particular coaches don't get an upper hand when they leave a school or got fired from a school, then they take half the team with them to go to some other school to have successes, and they lie, cheat, and steal about the athlete who's coming there via some condition or some concern. It's nasty, but again, I'm very pleased to say that the state of Michigan is corralling that, and hopefully they do more in corralling the game, that it will be decent in the pursuit of fairness. And again, I use that word fair as a loose word because I don't like using the word fair. Equality instills the fairness. And there's sometimes that equality, when it comes down to teams getting the rights that the upper echelon teams get via monies or whatever it may be, or just plain ignorance from the doggone school itself, not to get other parents and concerns involved in the game so it could be right for those particular student athletes. I say it every week and I'll continue to say, please get out there and support those young kids. And when I say support those young kids, don't be a part of always their success. Be a part of giving them a pat on the back to say, I saw you out there and you did the very best you can. How can I help? Or keep cheering them on to get better. Because they're not losers. They can be going out there shooting guns. They can go out there and be robbing banks and doing some of the other brainless activities that certain people do. But again, get out there and support our young kids because it will keep that union and commune of conversation going. Where the parents will know what the coaches are doing, where the kids will be able to have an open voice to come to someone when it's needed to be. Because some of this don't have to be. As far as Ohio State goes, for sure, shame on you for not listening to that woman when she's under distress. Shame on you, Irvin Myers, for hiring a guy who can't get himself and his livelihood together because the police did not press charges on him. Shame on you. Shame on you, Miss Cagle, for lying to a person who has for years been causing harm to young girls. Some of them don't come back to the sport. And the ones that stayed in the sport who was courageous enough to say, yes, I kept telling and kept talking and I didn't quit. Hooray for you. We need people to speak up because sports is a game that brings a lot of people together. We're finding out also that sports can be a game that will definitely pull many people apart. What goes around, my mother used to say, comes around. So let's get sports together where it can be somewhat a joyful process again. Because today, on this Thursday, all this bad news is ridiculous. Because it shouldn't have happened when you have open airs and people doing things of their responsibility. On that note, let's move on. Guess what? The Detroit Red Wings announced some of their promotional giveaway days. Yeah, hey, guess what? On October 1st, the opening night at Hockey Town, otherwise known as the Little Caesars Arena, they'll be giving away rally towels. I bet you can't wait to get one of those, boys and girls. 22nd of October, wall calendar, the 26th of October against Winnipeg, a good team. They're giving away magnets with schedules on them. On the 1st, they're giving away knit scarves. November the 6th, reusable tote bags. November the 9th, an orange hat giveaway. Oh my, I can't wait to get one of those if I can. Hockey Fights Cancer Awareness Night and Hockey Fights Cancer Giveaway. So they're going to have some giveaway, and doggone, we're going to put our bids in and write down who we doggone fight for cancer for. Because all of us have friends who are involved in this battle. We want them to keep fighting. We want them to be strong. November 26th, fleece blanket giveaway. Now that's a good one here. A fleece blanket. Woohoo! That'll keep you warm. And November 28th, and this list is long, Tyler Bertuzzi bobblehead giveaway. I bet you can't wait for that for your Christmas stuffings, huh? And I'll give you a couple more. December the 4th is bobblehead night. That's a TBD. They don't know what kind of bobblehead they're going to give away that night. So, hey. And December the 14th, boy, take it for what it's worth here, is ugly sweater t-shirt giveaway. Who thought of this stuff here, huh? January the 2nd, knit hat giveaway. January the 4th, a lunchbox giveaway. Another TBAD of a bobblehead giveaway. On January the 15th, a Military Appreciation Night, a Military Appreciation Giveaway. 14th of February, a bobblehead giveaway again. TBD, oh boy. A coin bank giveaway for the kids on February the 24th. February the 26th, another bobblehead giveaway. The March the 7th, a green NFL, green night, green long sleeve t-shirt giveaway. A St. Patrick's Day t-shirt giveaway. On the 20th, that's on St. Patrick's Day on the 26th. The 29th of March, a garden Gano giveaway. What garden would be, would lack without a Gano in their garden and chase away all the squirrels and stuff. Finally, on the 2nd of April, an insulated traveler tumbler giveaway. And on April the 6th versus the Buffalo Sabres, a fan appreciation night. Now to end the season with a bang and a boom. I read all the giveaways that's going to be current at Little Caesars Arena here when you watch a Red Wing game. A lot of giveaways here, but you know what night you want to go down there. That's just a smidget of the fun you'll have when you see the Red Wings this year. Hopefully they'll be a better team. Hopefully they'll go to the playoffs, and I'm betting that they will because it's in the stars. It really is. And their training camp will be coming up, I'd say around another couple of weeks, right after the holidays here, right after Labor Day a little bit here. Traverse City will be the place to be. Oh, well. That's a Thursday to hit your roof of your mind. Now, go out and get a snack. It's just a little bit after, I don't know, well, a little bit after 9:30 here when I'm doing this podcast here, but I tell you, do what you must do. I'm just letting you know that Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. Check out Butch On Sports on Facebook. Butch On Sports on the Facebook page. You can go to Podomatic and type in SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.podomatic.com. iTunes is a place you can go to get the podcast here, boys and girls. And also, you can go to potbean.com. Go to Scott Nason's page of the game. Yes, and you can get the podcast there as well. And by the way, the game is going to be back on the air on the 27th. Yours truly, about 6:45 on that one here. Doing this thing and rendering his comments with Scott Nason, Dave McKay, and friends. I think I'm done. Again, Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy yourself. We'll be back on the air maybe Saturday, but if not, we'll be on the air Tuesday of next week. Have a great weekend. Alan Tramble weekend at Comerica Park. I'll be there Saturday and Sundays. Hope to see you guys there. Enjoy yourself.